Okay, I slightly changed the title of my presentation, and this presentation is with my colleagues Noel Panis and Monica Haas, who are statistic advisors. First of all, I give you some ideas about how looks teaching and working at Brennan University at the moment. We have some recovery period, so-called dual delivery for teaching spaces in 2021-2022. It means we have on-campus and online session simultaneously, and all sessions were recorded. We moved to teaching in person on campus in 2022-2023. It means this academic year, and also session we continue recorded. Probably not all of them, but most of them. Staff use different conference software to work remotely. We use Blackboard Collaborate, Zoom, or Teams. Say in the engineering department, most of the people are using Teams at the moment. Most exams now are on campus, but some departments still run exams remotely, and they used ViceFlow software. Now we have hybrid working at Brunel. It means we need to present in campus at least 3 days per week, and the rest of the working day we can spend at home and working from home. And also a big challenging thing was with us to this academic year, we moved to another virtual learning environment, Bright Space, and you can see from September 2022.
Ina, we're still looking at the cover slide. I don't know if you've been moved through the slides.
Oh, sorry. Something wrong? You can't see now. You can see now.
No, we can only see your cover still.
Can I stop and rearrange everything if you don't mind?
Yeah.
Okay, and I just use this way. I will start.
Yes, it works. Fabulous.
Okay, but I will start now from the third slide if you don't mind. Okay. About academic skills, I try to give you some overview about academic skills, math and statistics support. All activities were online in 2001-2022. This is just some kind of recovery from COVID restrictions and lockdown. We try to move to have individual sessions on campus and online in this year, and we'll start to do this for math and statistics as well. We ask students to book in advance one-to-one online math session, and we use for this Outlook Office 365, and all statistics sessions, I mean on campus and online, should be booked in advance by using LibCal software. We don't ask students to book one-to-one math sessions on campus. They just need to pop in and ask questions. Back to math event, we started and developed this event in 2020, and it was originally online, remotely, and now we try to run this event on campus this year. You see, we slightly moved to offer students more activities on campus. Math Cafe, we plan to run next year, or this academic year, using 2 weeks on campus and 2 weeks online, just a mixture. First of all, during revision week and first exam period week on campus, and then 2 weeks to support students online in the same format. We have a mix of online and face-to-face sessions during the Ask Central events, such as Master Dissertation Week, Undergraduate Dissertation Week, and Ask Weeks, which we have 2 Ask Weeks for the whole academic year. Now some figures about individual math support. We start our online math support in 2016, and you can see we have very low attendance during that time. Then we try to do online support when a lockdown happened, and you can see we have bigger figure for 2019 to 2020, and obviously we offer online session in term 2 in this year. As you can see from the graph, the number of students who used online support in the following academic years was similar to the previous face-to-face session. And we return to a mixture between online and on-campus support in this academic year. Just give you some more details about obviously first term and try to compare first term data from the previous years. You can see that we have a good number of students who try to attend our online support, and we have only one student for whole first term. I mean, we're almost at the moment we have 2 weeks left, but we have only one student who attended a face-to-face support session on campus. The number of online sessions in this academic year is half of the number of 2020-2022. It means we have a very good really numbers for online session, and we are fully booked for online support sessions. This is just what we have this term 1. About stat support. You can see something similar situation. I mean, we have a good attendance for online sessions, and obviously the number which you can see in 2019, it was before lockdown, and you can see that students still prefer to have, even we try to offer some face-to-face on-campus support in 2020-21, they still prefer to do and to attend session online. Some information about event which I mentioned already, back to math. To help students transition to the university after lockdown and COVID restrictions, we developed and did a back to math event. This event was during week 0 when students registered at the university, and in 2020 we had 2 groups, like you can see from the graph. Blue group, this is weaker student. We ask students to do some diagnostic test before they start to attend the sessions. And yellow sessions, this is for students who received score above 90% on the test. This event, like you can see from figures, was popular. However, you can see dramatically the number of students dramatically dropped in the following years. And it doesn't matter if it is online or on campus, because in 2021 it was online, in 2022 it is on campus, and you can see the similar figures. You can see that we offer students some sessions which we developed, try to improve their algebra skills, because we know that students are very weak in algebra from our experience. Now some problems and challenges in the math and statistics support at Brunel. First of all, we see a very low attendance of our central workshops. It doesn't matter math central workshops or statistics central workshops. However, online statistics sessions for the graduate school course have been well attended. Low attendance of face-to-face math sessions. We see that probably problem for this, but that we need to find more suitable, more relevant time for students to attend the sessions. Maybe because their timetable is very overcrowded, probably it's better to do this, say, late afternoon. At any way, we need to check the timetable and see if this session may clash with the main sessions. in the first talk, it was mentioned about this problem. I mean, advertising service. We face a similar problem at Brunel, and we just thinking how we will be able to advertise our service in service and which way we can use for this. Because really, we still have some students who complain they never ever heard about math statistics support at Brunel, unfortunately. Students prefer to discuss questions from their worksheets. This is what we found from student questions. They simply don't know to attend not subject-related sessions and don't really walk through not subject-related examples from their point of view. We also noticed a very low motivation to learn math and statistics from students. Sometimes they want only to pass exam, and they don't think, I just want to say year one students, they don't think that they need this knowledge in their former next studies in the next academic years. Collaboration with the department is still a problem for us. We need to improve this definitely, and we need to find the ways to improve this. Student, as I mentioned already, they have not a good knowledge of algebra, and this also will prevent them to be successful in their studies, but students don't realize that their low level of algebra. And by the way, some of them realize it when they attend. We have some students from, say, even postgraduate courses who attended our Back to Math event. We have problems with teaching room booking. This year, the reason for this was because the university introduced a new system of teaching room booking, and Ask team is not running regular courses at the university. That's why we cannot book a relevant room for our activities. And also it is very important for us because, for example, for the math cafe event, which we used to run every year during exam period, we need a bigger room to offer students not only to ask questions, but to use this room like a learning environment. Migration from Blackboard, our previous VLE, to Brightspace took too much time. At the beginning, we had a problem when we were not able to access all websites on Brightspace and look at the materials from different courses. Now we managed to solve this problem, but still we think that we need to learn this new VLE in more detail and try to use all options which we can use for this new option. And probably we need to move from only put PowerPoint presentation or PDF presentation on websites and try to thinking about to develop some interactive activities for our students. What we're thinking about the next, about future of our service. At the university, many current courses, math courses, include tasks using computer language, say MATLAB, Python, and probably the revision session may be a mix of math and computer tasks as well. We try to show students how to do some kind of problems and examples, not only by hand, but also how they will be able to check their answers and to use relevant software for this purpose. At Brunel University, at the moment, we have the number of undergraduate students decreased, and but at the same time, postgraduate student numbers increased. And in this situation, we need to think in how we can help postgraduate students if they need any math support or statistics support. But it looks like they need support, especially we have some inquiries from master students from economic studies. And we see that they have some problems with basic math and basic statistic knowledge, which obviously they need to have to be successful in their master courses. we still don't have answer to the question about which is the best way to deliver session, which we run about Python, SPSS, R, or MATLAB. We have some experience to do this online at the moment, but still it is not clear what will be the best way for students. We need to make some trial, and we need to make a decision what we prefer to do this. And also book rooming system for us is a big issue. We need to think how we need to be able to avoid the dependence on lab availability for us. Students now familiar with different conference software. I mean, Blackboard, Collaborate, Zoom, Teams, they just can jump from one software to another one. Probably we can use any more relevant software for particular teaching activities. I personally found, and probably this experience for today is a good example, when I try to deliver some sessions, I prefer to use Blackboard Collaborate at the moment. But for online support, for one-to-one support, I prefer to use Teams at the moment. The main reason for me is that it is much easier to use the booking system connected with Teams and with Microsoft's softwares. And in this situation, it is just one click to book the session, to receive information about booking. I don't need to send any confirmation emails to the students, and all information appears in my calendar and in student calendar as well. And finally, the final remark which I want to make, this is our main really conclusion, that it looks like math and statistics support online works better for our university. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ina. That was really, really interesting to see what's happening at Brunel and the changes that are happening there. I'm slightly concerned about time at the moment, so what I propose doing, if you don't mind, is that we'll roll up all the questions for the next 2 sessions, and yourself we can ask them either before the coffee break, during the coffee break, or either in the chat, if that's all right. So thank you once more, Ina, and